The following morning, Ethan awoke with a start, drenched in cold sweat. For a moment, he convinced himself it had all been a nightmare. Until he saw the cursed locket, lying on his nightstand, faintly glowing in the dim morning light. His hands trembled as he picked it up. The moment his fingers touched the metal, a sharp burning pain shot through his arm. He screamed and dropped it, clutching his wrist. Faint black veins had begun to spread under his skin. Ethan staggered to his desk and flipped through his grandmother's old journals. Among the yellowed pages, he found a passage that chilled him to the bone. The locket was forged in blood during the Hollow Pines massacre of 1823. It binds the souls of the innocent to the soil, feeding the Gravekeeper's eternal hunger. If ever disturbed, the dead shall rise, and the bearer shall be claimed. His heart pounded. The whispering voices he'd heard last night weren't just in his head, they were real, and now they were inside his house. As night fell, the atmosphere in his home grew oppressive. The lights flickered, and an icy wind seeped through the walls. Ethan clutched a baseball bat, his breath shaky, as he moved from room to room. Then came the knocking. 3 slow, deliberate knocks on his front door. Knock, knock, knock. "Who's there?" he called, his voice cracking. No answer. Only the sound of rasping breaths just beyond the door. He slowly peeked through the peephole, and froze. A woman stood there, dressed in a tattered black funeral gown, her face hidden beneath a mourning veil. She held a rotting bouquet of black roses. Ethan's blood turned to ice. He backed away, but the knocking grew louder, more frantic. The woman's voice seeped through the door like smoke. "Return what is mine, mortal, or your soul shall rot with the others." Suddenly, every window in the house shattered at once, plunging the room into chaos. The woman was now inside. Her veil fell away, revealing a face that was horribly decomposed, her mouth stretching unnaturally wide as she screamed, a scream so shrill it cracked the walls. Ethan stumbled backward, clutching the locket. "Stay away," he shouted. The ghostly figure lunged at him, but the locket fled brightly, forcing her back. She hissed in rage, her form flickering like a dying flame. "The Gravekeeper will come for you himself," she snarled before vanishing into the shadows. Ethan collapsed to his knees, gasping for air. His house was destroyed, his mind unraveling. He knew now that the locket wasn't just cursed, it was a key, and the Gravekeeper wanted it back. He needed answers. There was only one person who might know the truth, his grandmother, the one who had warned him about the cemetery. He drove through the night, speeding down dark, empty roads, the locket pulsing in the passenger seat like a living thing. But when he arrived at his grandmother's old cabin, he found the door hanging open. The place was silent. "Grandma." Ethan called, his voice trembling. No answer. Only the creak of the rocking chair in the corner. As he stepped inside, he saw his grandmother, or what was left of her. She sat motionless, her eyes black and hollow, her skin pale and cracked like porcelain. Her mouth opened slowly, and a deep, guttural voice poured out, not hers. "You are too late, Ethan. The Gravekeeper is awake." The lights went out. The cabin filled with whispers, louder than ever before. Through the window, Ethan saw dozens of shadowy figures emerging from the fog outside, their glowing eyes surrounding the house. Then, a towering silhouette appeared among them. The Gravekeeper himself. The cabin door rattled violently as his grandmother's body collapsed lifelessly to the floor. Ethan backed into a corner, clutching the locket, tears streaming down his face. The whispers converged into one chilling phrase. "You belong to us now." Final chapter coming soon.
Subscribe or follow for more.